Hi, Paul Slatkus. We're here with the U.S. Army. There's actually a special unit within the Army Futures Command dedicated to coding. All right, we're going to learn about coding, called the Army Software Factory. And we have a specialist, Jeremy Boyle, platform engineer with the Army Software Factory. And he's going to tell us about what's happening with the Army and about coding. What is coding? Computer coding. I hear a lot about it. I don't really know that much about it.
Yes, of course. So first off, thank you for having me here. It's a real opportunity. But to answer your question, coding is really a written set of manual that provides instructions to a piece of technology on how to operate. Programmers and developers actually write the set of sequences, which is known as code. The code interacts with whatever software or computer or even the software that's running this radio station right now. Someone has programmed something within code to allow this to happen. And that's the reason why it's so important. Everything that we work with and interact with on a day-to-day basis, whether driving somewhere or even the rockets that go into space, everything always comes back down to a programmer and some sort of coding beneath it.
Aha. Is that because of the invention of an integrated circuit? Or does that have anything to do with it?
Well, a little bit of the coding, it actually has the written set of instructions that actually goes back and it makes those electrical calls on the actual circuits. So that's the human way to program stuff that happens at that electrical level.
So in the Army, how do we utilize that in the Army?
Of course. So here at the software factory, we're really making applications for soldiers that better the lives of an everyday soldier. And that's what's really amazing about what we're doing here, is really driving forward the Army's digital transformation and problem solving by allowing soldiers to create applications here. We are the users and the creators of the software. And it really allows us to have that insight into making really great software that people can use.
So if somebody joins the Army and they would like to learn this career and field, because it really is sort of like taken over everywhere in every subject matter, I mean, do you need to have a lot of knowledge before if you enlist? Or how does that work? Do you teach people from ground level up?
That's a really great question. I actually have a pretty unique story. So I've been programming around since I've been around 12 years old. I'm actually a medic in the Army. So you don't necessarily need to have the skill sets to do it. The Army will teach you. But for me specifically, I really had that passion. So if anybody's interested, I recommend going to the Go Army website, find one of the career opportunities, and become a soldier. If you're already a soldier, really just I challenge you to try to learn. Maybe it is making some websites or anything, but really use the resources that are provided to you through the internet or anything along those lines. It's never too late or too soon to actually start, coding and stuff. And as you mentioned, it is really a growing field, and it's only going to help you within your career and everything that you want to do as technology moves forward.
What are some of the accomplishments that your group has Software Factory has made happen?
Of course. So my specific role, I am a platform engineer. So I help manage a lot of the underlying infrastructure, also known as kind of like the cloud. I make sure that the servers are up so that way you can access said applications. We really work with leading industry to make sure that what we're doing is relevant. And that's really one of our accomplishments here is we're driving forward with leading cloud technologies and working with tech industry and academia to create solutions that are modern and relevant in today's form.
Let me ask you a last question. What brought you into the Army?
Of course. What brought me into the Army is I knew that I wanted to serve my country and that I had a tech background. My dad was also in the Army as well. So I already knew about some of the opportunities, and I knew that as long as I put my 110% forward, that you could really do whatever you want. There's so many opportunities within the Army. So that's actually why I joined and continue to serve.
Well, I want to thank you for your service. Your service keeps us safe, makes us feel more comfortable in this world. So, my hat's off to you. So thank you so much. We appreciate this.
Thank you. Of course. Thanks for having me.